Ladies and gentlemen, I am no longer Ash Raid Shadow Legends, the content creator who you know and some of you might kind of like. I am now a defense attorney. That's right, a few days ago, I defended a criminal who's gotten a bad reputation amongst the community, amongst, well, you guys, Drokgul the Gaunt. Some of you guys disagree with my defense, others agreed with it in the comments below, but it kind of inspired me. I have a deeper calling in life. I'm not meant just to talk about a video game on YouTube anymore. There's something more important. I need to go in and I need to defend the disenfranchised, the people who don't necessarily have a voice for themselves in this game. I have a greater calling, and I am now Ash Raid Shadow Legends, the Defender. That's right, guys. I'm going to defend some of the worst, most unpopular champions inside the entire game. I gave you Drokgul the Gaunt a few videos ago, as I mentioned. Were you compelled? Did I change your mind on Drokgul? Probably not. But maybe I can today, because today I am defending Pixniel. That's right, I'm doing it. Pixniel is not as bad as people say she is. Your Honor, I present to you my case. So my client today, ladies and gentlemen, is Pixniel. She looks beautiful, doesn't she? She's innocent, she's gorgeous, she's divine almost. She has the blue stuff emanating from her entire body. Pixniel, we love you. I love you. And everybody else is going to soon. So Pixniel gets a lot of hate, guys, and the truth is it used to be deserved inside the game. She used to suck. Her A3 made no sense. It was a 30% 4-time random chance of hitting a freeze. 100% if they're hit twice. Who cares? Her A1 used to suck. Her passive used to suck. Her whole kit used to suck, but it doesn't anymore, and I'm here to tell you about it. Heck, even you guys in the comments have been egging me on to take on this role, stepping away as a raid content creator, turning myself into the defender. There's going to be a series here on the channel, if in case you haven't picked up on that theme so far.
Oh, no, no, no.
Come on, Ash, says that ginger. I like a ginger. All this defense for Pixniel and yet no video showing us how good she is. I think it's time to put your money where your mouth is and show us why this champ deserves to be out of the worst 20. Even Chad Phillips chimes in. I say you make a video on the defense of Pixniel. I don't have her, but you had me thinking. Throw in a free set, pair you with the Carl. I believe she could be a help at a minimum.
Shut the haters down.
All right, guys, so what does Pixniel do? On her Mistress of Glamours, her A1 ability attacks one enemy, plays a Perfect Veil in the ally for 1 turn with the lowest HP. What a great A1 ability. Perfect Veil, as you guys know, not only can the ally who needs it the most, the lowest HP total cannot be targeted by single target attacks, but she'll also have, or they will also have damage mitigation by 15% against AoE attacks. That's just built into her A1 every time she uses it.
Brother, what's that?
Just ignore all of this stuff. We don't need to talk about that. We don't talk about skill tomes, no, no. We don't talk about skill tomes.
No, God, please.
Grip of Winter, her A2 ability, 3-turn cooldown. Look at that. 2 books go right to making a 3-turn cooldown. Isn't that glorious? Isn't that awesome? It's really nice how they did that. Don't worry about that stuff over there. Don't worry about that. Worry about this. Yeah. Plays an increased defense and a continuous heal on all allies for 2 turns. Great ability, right? Great ability for an epic, but great ability nonetheless. It's the big version increased defense, a big version of continuous heal. Truthfully, it's good damage mitigation. It's more damage for defensive-based nukers and a heal while we're at it. Now, the rest of it is a little weird. Attacks anybody or everybody under freeze, and then plays the big version of Weaken against all enemies under said freeze. Now, luckily on her A3, they reworked the hell out of it, right? It's now an AoE attack that lands a freeze for 1 turn on a 4-turn cooldown, a la Ninja, a la Ashiramani, for example, right? It's a good freeze. Now, listen, I joked earlier, the only issue, and it's a big freaking issue with Pixniel, is the books. There's freaking 7 books in the A3, and then there's 7 levels, 6 books in the A1. That's a lot of books. And Your Honor, I have no defense.
You betrayed me. That's my boy.
But But guilt and innocence is not decided just on books, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at Frostweaver, her passive. 3-turn cooldown. Passive effect is she's immune to freeze always. Fills the champion's turn meter by 25% each time an ally receives a freeze debuff. And the active effect, again on a 3-turn cooldown at the end of each enemy or ally turn, removes all freeze debuffs from all allies. That's pretty dang good. That's a pretty dang good thing, right? It's on a 3-turn cooldown, which does mitigate it somewhat, but cleansing freezes away is helpful in, Frostbiter and anywhere we're going to get freeze against Torment in the arena, for example, right? And then resist in all battles by 60. I would give this maybe a C plus B minus for an aura rating. So what is this champion doing? Increased defense, continuous heal. She's healing, she's buffing, she's perfect veiling, she's freezing. And then she's got good freeze passive, unique free anti-freeze passive as well. Overall, that's not half bad. Now, in case you missed my video where I showed you her with Fina Blade of Avaria, the faction lord here, well, we're going to pair her with her just for a quick little illustration of best case scenario, Pixniel on an arena team really quickly. Now, when I did this initially, it was, in Platinum and not here in Gold 5, so don't hold it too hard against me. But let's go to my High Elf team in the arena and see Pixniel shine. Now here, even if you don't have a High Elf team like this in the arena, it's okay. It doesn't matter. What I want to show you is her in the arena. What do we have? Is she going to be endgame arena? No, just to be clear here, right? But what luxury do we have? What benefit do we have from running a Pixniel inside the arena? Well, it's pretty simple. We placed her on a go first team. We make her pretty fast, right? If she goes first, which she does right now, if we go first, we have a pretty cool option, upon us right now. We can go in there and we can freeze everybody with the A3 a la a ninja type opening move, right? Or we can come in and unlike a Shiramani, for example, who I compare her to because she's a support A2 with a freeze A3 on a 4-turn cooldown, right? Very similar in a lot of ways. Shiramani just has a heal on her A2. That's it. She has all of this stuff. So I can decide, in this situation, do I want to use the A2 or do I want to use the A3? Here, I went first. I'm going to freeze everybody. I'm going to go with the A3. Okay, great. And now I can pop one off, take an extra turn with Supreme Elhain, and kill almost everybody. But the cool thing here is, in this situation, I don't know if it's going to play out this way. Yeah, they're no longer under freeze, so I take it back. But if I can get back while they're still under freeze, right, then I can go in with the AoE on the A2 as well. In this circumstance, I'm just going to go with the A2 anyway, get a nice increased defense. That way we can withstand their 2 nukers who are left standing, a Rhodos and a Sun Wukong. We're looking good. We go in, we kill, we win. Pretty fun, right? Pretty fun. I'm going to do one more arena team, or battle, I should say here, just for the heck of it, because I like this team a lot. It's really fun. Again, you don't see teams like this in end-to-end top 100 platinum. Certainly, you're never going to see a Pixniel up there at all. However, 99% of you guys aren't there anyway. What do you care about it? You're just trying to farm your damn great halls, right? And a team like this is incredibly fun. Now, Fina has this ability where she can take an extra turn. She can give all these buffs. I mean, look at what she's doing here, right? But again, we go first, and again, we can make the decision. What do we want to do here? I'm going to freeze, man. I'm going to freeze everybody, right? For sure. And then I'm going to come in, and I am going to try to kill as many as I can. There we go. Really good control here, and I like that we have the luxury of going either way. You guys get the point. She can freeze. Okay, whoop-de-doop dash. We got you. We got you. We got you. My client is not that bad in the arena. She's not that bad in arena progression on specific teams that suit those 2 needs. Control, buff. Control, buff, heal, right? Now, obviously, everything that you've seen here applies to every dungeon in the game as well. An increased defense, an AoE freeze, Ice Golem, for example, right? Gonna be great in Ice Golem. Ice Golem hits hard. She can mitigate and then heal at the same time. Speaking of Ice Golem, let's go ahead and take a look at Ice Golem. Really quickly, guys, I want to show you her build. I have her in a bolster set. Even though her HP doesn't scale that well to be in a bolster set, the reason I did that is because she is paired in that team that we just saw with Fina, and Fina has this passive ability that every buff on every champion allows them to ignore defense. So I needed somebody on that squad to have a bolster set. However, you could absolutely scale up the HP on Pixniel and run her in a bolster if you don't already have that sort of a champion on your team. Otherwise, you could go with triple perception. I think that works really, really well on a Pixniel because we need speed, or we want speed, and we want, obviously, the accuracy to land the freeze and the weaken and everything else that she's doing, aka the freeze and the weaken. But there we go, guys. In terms of blessings, I have polymorph because, of course, I have polymorph. Why wouldn't I have polymorph? I'm going to touch the arena, and I'm already building accuracy on them. Of course, I want polymorph. I have her pretty dang fast here today. 283 speed. I'm not super concerned with crit rate, crit damage, although I will go ahead and say that hellhades.com, they give her an above average grade, I may say, of a 3.5. Hell Hades team, they're smart cookies. They know what's up. They give her Frostbite a 5 out of 5, Ice Golem a 5 out of 5 for obvious reasons. Those are two great areas you can get utility out of this champion. She does have a 4.3 attack multiplier on her AoE on the A2 and a 4.6 attack multiplier on the AoE on the A3. That is actually great multipliers. The only downside is that number right there. 1090 is not a very high attack number, so it doesn't scale that well. However, if you're keeping her alive, you might as well take advantage and throw her in. And, you know, I'll do it right now. We're going to go for PvE. Let's throw her in crit rate. Let's take advantage of those two AoEs, considering she's going to be putting in work controlling waves, placing the freeze, thus getting the AoE attack out of the A2, right? But, as the commenter said, it's going to be a lot easier if we run her with another freeze champion on the team. So let's go ahead and make that happen and pair her with Carl. Let's do that. First, let's put her in crit rate instead. Make a little adjustment here. Do I have any crit rate available? Not only did I have crit rate gauntlets available, but I had a quad accuracy roll. 65 accuracy on a perception crit rate gauntlets. Holy mackerel. That's pretty dang good. Total stats, 272 now, 470 on the accuracy. We have Eagle Eye on her right now. If you don't want to build, this is an arena mastery build. Let's go ahead and reset it for PvE. Let's see if she can put out any sort of damage.
Your client went bankrupt.
All right, guys, so we rebuilt her for PvE. So we have a little bit of damage now. We went and picked up Life Drinker as well. We still came down, picked up Lasting Gifts. Why not extend the duration of the continuous heals to get more healing out of this already amazing champion?
Whose side are you on?
Hopefully you guys can understand a little level of sarcasm here. However, I really don't think she's as bad as most people say she is. Total build, not bad, not bad. She got 85% crit rate. I would like a little bit more. We still have her in the bolster set because, you know, who cares? Let's do it. Let's go ahead and build a little Ice Golem hard 10 team. This is the team that I had planned on using her with, but I'm thinking, who could I sacrifice to add some freeze? I could get rid of Kymar and I could make the run a little bit longer, but run her with Carl. Let's just run her like this and see what happens. See if the team even works, right? So here she is. This is Ice Golem hard 10. We have Lydia on the squad, obviously. She goes in there, she freezes everybody. That's great. I mean, we don't need it because we have Seer's Karma Burn, but if we did need it, it'd be fantastic, right? Now, just picture without a Seer, because I'm not going to be here for 20 hours. Ooh, okay. We didn't kill everybody there. And she does use her A2 right before we go into the Ice Golem, but we get there really, really fast. I'm blocking Pixniel, man. She freezes the minions. That's fantastic. She stays alive, which is great. Let's see. She goes in A1. Perfect Veil on Prince Kymar. Psh, unbelievable. Where would we be without that Perfect Veil on Prince Kymar?
I was programmed to beat you.
It'd pretty much be a dead run. She goes in, continuous heal, continuous heal, continuous heal, extended duration thanks to our lasting gifts, keeping the big fella alive, because this run, the way it's supposed to work here is we lose Seer, we lose Kymar after Seer's Karma Burn, or even before maybe, and then we kind of 3-man it with Lydia, and then at the very end, we lose everybody except for Walking Tomb Dragon, and he solos the end. That's how this run is designed, but Pixniel's doing so damn good of a job keeping everybody alive right now that we can't even do it. We can't even die with Pix. Oh.
You spoke too soon.
Okay, Pixniel has died. It has happened. But that's exactly what we want. And she's going to come back to life, damn it, because we have Lydia on the squad. As soon as the Ice Golem tries to revive his little minions here, hopefully if Lydia stays alive, which I think she will not. I think she will not. But hey, everything's going according to plan here. Walking Chumdrang is going to start soloing everybody. We almost got her back there if Lydia hadn't gone down, and she went down again, damn it. But here's my man. He's doing what he's always. By the way, these runs, as a lot of Ice Golem Hard 10 runs, they're designed to be one man left standing, right? She kind of sets everything up, Pixniel, by keeping everybody alive long enough for the big fella to come in here and end it. Boom. 1:58. Pixniel, the star of the show. Am I hyping it up a little too much on Pixniel?
Maybe a little too much.
Listen, guys, all jokes aside, most of this video has been tongue-in-cheek. But Pixniel, she has really good control. She does. AoE freeze, great control. She doesn't have a ninja burn, the best burn and activation on the A2. I'm not sitting here saying that Pixniel, and this is again, no tongue-in-cheek, no sarcasm. I'm not saying she's a top 50 champion in the game. I'm not even saying that she's a top 100 champion in the game. I'm saying that the hate has gone too far. After all the buffs that she's gotten, 2 buffs over the years, she's no longer a worst 20 champion in the game. The one thing I can't defend, as I said earlier, are the books in this champion. And unfortunately, she is a champion that you really need to book to get the kind of utility that we spotlit in today's video. So I'll leave it to you guys. Did I change any of your opinions on the overall viability of Pixniel, or do you think, like the majority, the vast majority of players out there, that she is a bottom 10 or bottom 20 legendary in the game, and that she desperately needs another buff? I'll leave it to you guys. I'm the attorney. You're the judge and jury. Let us know what you think in the comments below, guys. And let me know, again, jokes aside, what you think of this idea for a series. I had fun with it. Hopefully you guys did too. Much love. And as always, take care, guys.